Hello everyone. As you might know, CRG is testing a new flight model right now. Not with Avocati, but with a new invite-only group. I guess to avoid leaks. Let's see how this went. Well, here we have a pipeline leak of the new flight model. 10 out of 10 CRG. Captain Area, USS Nameless. NDA, new flight model testing, significant changes so far. Speed limits are not theoretical anymore, backstrafe is very limited, we are talking below 100 meters per second values. It's pretty much an egg-shaped max speed bubble. Yeah, since we got master mode, Yogi is talking about an egg-shaped speed bubble. Power in ancient pips defines max speed acceleration. And of course, if you buy some special plates, you get more. 3 ships in testing, Gladius, Hornet, F8. Yeah, this seems strange to me, why only 3 ships? By the way, Gladius, Hornet, F8 are ships that are surely used in Squadron 42. Still, this does tell me that CRG is still working on the flight model, even for Squadron 42. So what are the chances we are getting Squadron 42 in 2026? Acceleration choke implemented. How fast a thruster can go from 0 to 100% thrust. This makes sense, and we had this before 3.14. Ability to completely disable IFCS core was implemented. Basically, go full decoupled with no stabilization on pitch your roll. Allows to have better rotations, but pretty much close to impossible to master in the current state. Yeah, of course, this is just a test. The flight model is not finished, so CRG will work on those parameters in the many years to come. In general, it does not feel like something phenomenal. Definitely targeted mostly on dogfighting experience and aimed to address very specific issues of combat. The average player will not feel insane difference in the day-to-day experience. But I guess people who like to fight with their ships will see a huge difference. All strafes became symmetrical, at least for now. Up, down, left, right, all have the same power. Yes, this is just the first iteration of a new flight model. Mass is properly calculated now, so for example, firing missiles will increase the acceleration and top speed not by much. So you fire missiles, your ship has less mass, it will be more agile, which makes total sense, finally. Chris talked about this more than 12 years ago. However, why should this influence top speed? This doesn't make sense under microgravity conditions. IFCS core will get disabled upon collisions if you survive them, which sends you into a half-controlled cinematic spin. Yeah, once again, Chris is all about eye candy, fluff, time sinks, cool cinematic, and his interactive movie Squadron 42. And what exactly does this mean? IFCS core will get disabled upon collisions. What kind of collisions? Hard collisions, soft collisions? Remember, many NPCs are ramming you, so this might not be too pleasant. Re-enabling IFCS core, I guess after a collision, requires reboot time around 5 to 10 seconds. Thank you very much again, Pipeline Channel, for this very interesting leak. My thoughts? We are near 13. Star Citizen is at $1 billion in funding, which was already achieved in January 2025, according to Carl Jones. And here we have little Chris, who is still playing with his flight model. Let this sink in. This doesn't make any sense at all. Basic things, core mechanics like the flight model should have been nailed down in year 2 or 3, because so many things, so much balance depends on it. And overall, it looks like CRG made master mode even more boring. Next thing will be, nav mode will be gone. Thanks for watching and see you next time. Bye. Auf Wiedersehen. Okay, good job. And you can see ships have no mass. Flicker, what have you done? Okay.
War. War never changes.
We are starting with my character standing just in front of the threads. Okay, Flickr, please move forward. Yeah, you are just getting tracked along. More, please. You take no damage, you are just getting tracked along. Okay.
Not because our physics code is terrible, in fact, it's great.
Hey, you're still here. You might want to join me on Twitter or on Blue Sky.